I like this quote. It's by Charles Darwin, that he had a famous voyage on the Beagle, and he discovered different islands and their unique inhabitants. And he had a quote: "It's not the strongest that survives, nor the most intelligent, it's the most adaptable to change." And this is 100% representative of the online competitive environment in China. It is evolution at a scale that we can see right before our eyes every morning when we open up our computers. So it is the most adaptable to change, not the strongest, not the most well-funded, not the one with the most consultants on their side, not even the ones with the best strategic business plan. It's the one that can out-execute everyone else and change and adapt as they learn along the way. So always be ready to exploit the new, because China evolves very, very fast. A lot of the success requirements from a year or two ago are going to be outdated. They're out the window. A lot of channels that you use now, or you would have used 2 years ago, they're not going to get you the same results now. And I'll go into some of those examples later. There's always going to be things that you don't know. So if you're spending a lot of time trying to find out what your market is going to be, or what it should be, just forget it. Just go out there, put a product out there, then you'll know if you're left or you're right, whether it's too cheap or too expensive, whether you have too many options or too little. Let the market tell you what it needs. And review your goals and decide how new tech and developments impact your business. Always do this. Always keep track of new developments, the new technology. One of my current jobs now is to keep an eye on new technology. New technology when it comes out. How can I exploit that to the advantages and the goals of my business? I'll go into that. You want to evolve faster than the market. And this is a chart that's very near and dear to me. If you can see the picture in the background, it's the human evolution chart. It goes from monkey to man, and it starts in 2007, and that's when I landed in Shanghai, and I was very much a monkey in that picture. I was new to the environment here, I was still learning, and my understanding was very primitive is a very kind way to put it. So I made a lot of mistakes along the way, and this is a chart showing those mistakes and the progress since. I came here in 2007 as a consumer strategy head for Standard Chartered Bank, and I followed a lot of practices that people were already doing on the ground to try to learn. We started off retail branch, person-to-person sales, mail, outbound call centers calling people, outbound call centers offering offers to people, mobile SMS ads. And then along the way I realized that my performance numbers are not what they should be. They're not what previous campaigns have shown. And it's because a lot of channels in China evolve so fast that they also get exhausted very fast. So by the time I was doing mobile SMS ads in 2008, the results were a fraction of what they would have been in 2006, when the market for SMS ads were very hot, and people were just getting ads and they were a lot more responsive, versus 2008, where SMS ads have already become a commonplace annoyance. It started maturing more, and I realized that, okay, you have to get ahead of the curve instead of following it. So instead of listening to outside consultants, I did a lot more experimentation on my own, found my own partners, and also went out there and did my own campaigns. And that's when the real learning started. And that's also when I went for a startup as well, because that's a place where you can learn the fastest. We started going to online portals and keywords, getting smarter with how keywords work between Baidu and Google, being very metrics driven, always improving on that. That brought us up to date. So I would say by 2009, beginning of 2010, I was at par with the market. And we started adding online social networks. And that's where we started going more ahead of the market. We started doing all the major social networks for China, getting people on them, putting our products on there, getting discussions started, and also opening Facebook for China products as well. And you might ask, okay, well, why did you open a Facebook page for a product that is used in China? It's because Facebook is still available in Hong Kong, still available in Taiwan. It's still available within the surrounding areas in China, and those people are constantly flying in and out of China as well. So opening up that, creating the conversations around it, putting out products there, it gives me pretty much free sales every single day. We started evolving more after that, when new technologies came out, such as Tuangou, how many of you have participated in Tuangou, the Groupon type products in China? Have you guys bought from there? Great prices, right? You generally get pretty low prices, and some people complain about the quality, but in general, it's pretty good prices. On a business side, you might think, okay, Tuangou means you lower your prices, you go out there, and it's a transaction. For me, it's not a transaction. For me, I used it as a distribution channel for marketing. Because what does a Tuangou do in China? But it gets the attention of most of the white-collar population from Monday through Friday at work. They're all at the Tuangou looking. Millions of people in every city in China looking at the Tuangou. For me, I saw that and I immediately realized this is not as strong of a transactional channel, but it's much stronger as a marketing channel. That means that when I participate in a Tuangou, if I want to enter Chongqing, if I want to enter Beijing, if I want to enter Hangzhou, I select that city's strongest Tuangou, I give them a great offer, and generally the offers are, coupons that they sell at a huge discount rate that customers can buy from my site and get prices even lower than the prices they already get. And what that does, you put 500 coupons out there, you put it out there into a city, when that person wakes up that week and they look and they open their screen, there's millions of eyeballs that are looking at our company, going to our website, exploring it, learning more about it, seeing if it's worth buying. That is the cheapest way of marketing you can go into China. Much cheaper than putting your brand out there on a website, and much cheaper than a lot of other channels, even AdWords. So that was ultimately the use of Tuangou for us in China. It's just targeting different areas, getting the brand name out there. Secondarily, when you go into a new city in China and you use a Tuangou, it gives you a lot of data on the customers that you have. And with that data comes a lot of knowledge. So you know these are the products that Chongqing office workers are buying versus Beijing office workers versus Hangzhou office workers. So the second use of a Tuangou for us was data. And then third was the transactional value. Okay, I'll get a few hundred customers here, but the greater value for me was the number one, the marketing, number two, the information learned, and then it's the transaction. So that's how we use the online group buying sites. I think for any of you that are thinking about launching your own businesses or using these businesses to help the companies that you're working for now, this is also still a very viable use for Tuangou.
So when you say we here, are you talking about TravelZen or is this?
This is TravelZen. Correct. Travel coupons you can use for discounts on anything you can buy on site, whether it's airlines, hotels, events, packages, anything. Later on, we started moving into, as technology evolved, into mobile location-based. So mobile location-based would be platforms like Foursquare, and in China that would be something like Jiepang. When you think about that, it's not just a great way for you to keep track of where your friends are, it's also a great way to, again, do more marketing. One of the challenges in China, because you have 1.4 billion people, and not every one of those customers, unless you're just selling water or electricity, not every one of those customers are going to be your customers. So for me, mobile was a way to use offline to filter customers to those suited to buy our products. So what did we do? We created a campaign where during the May travel season period, if you check into an airport, all the big major airports in China on jiepang.com, you get a coupon that you can instantly use on our site to get more travel deals if you want, and you get entered into a sweepstakes to win a package deal for May Day concert in Hong Kong. And that was very successful for us. What that did was it gave us great exposure to the technically savvy 20-somethings that would be checking in and flying, and the mere act of someone checking into an airport automatically filters that 1.4 billion people into a much smaller population. So location-based services are great for that. And if you're a marketer in China, I would highly advise that you seek out one and you do something similar. Because unless your product is, I said, water, electricity, something everyone uses, you can use this filter. And it will help you efficiently spend the amount of money that you have to market with. Okay, so that was my evolution in the China market. And today, I'm always going to technology conferences looking for that next hit, that next big technology partner that we can help exploit into getting our product out there into the marketplace efficiently and effectively.